What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. Now, throughout the course of those days or the past weeks, if you guys are wondering about the no commentary off from the live duel, when that Xyz Cup's original soundtrack has been played, it was really good to my liking. So, first things first, I did enjoy the Xyz Cup. Although I took my time off because it's summer season, what more can you do? So as a result, ended up stage 17 because I didn't really get too much time on Xyz Cup, I think. But realistically, all I can say is I'm all about the fun. So whatever happens, it happens. Anyways, with his hand, super solid. More Horus matchups later. So Mseti discarding the evenly. Getting the King Sark. Draw one. Activate it. A 1. Horus Fire King. As for the King Sark, let's see. Send one from hand. Okay, so sending Sacred Fire King Garunix. Toss out Happy. Special to Happy. Special Mseti. What on earth is this? Thelimatech Cladis. Thelimatech Cladis. Rank 8. 3000 attack. 900 defense for a dark spellcaster. 2 level 8s in general to make it. If this face-up card would be killed, detach one instead, so built-in saving grace, just like Maestroke from back in the day. And then each time your opponent activates a card or effect that isn't spell cards and effects, place 1 counter on this. Max of 9. Remove 3. Apply one of those effects. And it is a hard one. You either add 1 spell or spellcaster effect monster from deck to hand. Otherwise, special summon 1 spellcaster monster from your hand or deck. Anything relates to the spell counters crew, of course. Interesting. Alright, a 3000 beat stick. Book the Thelimatech. Pudding Sister, free special, no trigger, normal the Angel Jelly for the hotcakes. Hotcakes target banish the jelly. For Messenger Gelato. Gelato get the Salon. 2 together for Teacher Souffle. Salon. And then Teacher Souffle make hotcakes unaffected. Vernusylph Rabbit on the discard, getting the hotcakes. And then 3 chain links built up. Ever since picking up the hotcakes from grave. Teacher Souffle shuffling up the book and Vernusylph Rabbit. Now we are triggering Pudding Sister for Pudding Princess and Salon. Set and flip up the ticket. Teacher Souffle into Ella mode. Chalice on the Xyz. Pudding Princess kill off the King Sark. 15, 14, and 25. Not lethal yet. And go right in. Feather Duster. Which is absolutely fair. Raigeki. Lame. And of course, 3 Madolches are going to get shuffled back. Hot Cakes, Pudding Princess, Pudding Sisters, and pass after. Normal hotcakes. Hotcakes target banish the teacher for pudding sister. Pudding sister for pudding princess. And that is lethal enough. And of course, this next matchup with this hand, extremely strong going second. Prosperity for 6. Celestial Transformation. Okay, so literally any fairies. 1 for 1. Okay, level 1 with some fairies. Mahama. Lore of the Heavenly Prison. Grave Diggers. Eradicator Epidemic Virus main deck. Okay, so let's see. I'm pretty much convinced this has to be Time Lord Burn because Celestial Transformation. So most cases, Grave Diggers. And 3 set. Normal the Angel Jelly. Angel Jelly tribute for Pudding Sister. Pudding Sister for Pudding Princess. Overlaid it to for Tiramisu. Tiramisu. Shuffle back just 1 in the middle. Tiramisu into a la mode. A la mode, shuffle back Pudding Sister. A la mode, detach Tiramisu for hotcakes. Hotcakes target Tiramisu. Banish for Gelato. Secret Burn. Pick up Salon as I take 1600. Whoa! Lord of the Heavenly Prison revealed. What's the last card in hand? Dimension Wall. Basically, the trap version of Amazoness Swordswoman. And then Time Lord Burn player scoops. And this next matchup with this hand, extremely strong. Even more Horus matchups. A 1. Send away the Canopig, toss out Imseti. A 2. Send the Storming, toss out Dwamatef. A 3. Sending Nebula Dragon, toss out Happy. Happy, Dwamatef, Imseti. Coach King. Coach King Giant Trainer Indy. Walls. Duster. Raigeki. Oh my god. Tons of board breakers. Field spell for Horus in hand. Get rid of 1 and then 1 set. Cosmic Away. Penny the Imperm. Ticket. normal summon the Earth Barrier statue, so that way, that should keep every last one of the, horse monsters in check, I think? We'll see. Not Vernusylph though, because it's an Earth. So, unless... Nope, never mind. I found out the game state. There's no, Vernusylph within, anywhere, so... Vernusylph, discard the hotcakes for Angel Jelly. Revive the hotcakes. Hotcake, target banish the duck for Pudding Sister. Pudding Sister, special Pudding Princess. 2 Madolches for Teacher Souffle. Teacher Souffle, making hotcakes unaffected. Teacher Souffle into Ala Mode. Ala Mode, target and shuffle back Pudding Sister. Ticket is the last thing happen, and then Ala Mode is Chain 2 in terms of resolving backwards. We need a name, and then Gelato, and then Angel Jelly for another Gelato. Get the Madolche spells. 2 Madolches for Tiramisu. Shuffle back the 2. Shuffle the 2 back. Salon and Ala Mode for Madeline, aka Madeline, and then said Promenade. And thanks to Earth Statue, lethal. And this next matchup with this hand, extra consistent. Rhoda. Okay, so Photon Galaxies. Starting off fresh with the Photon Vanisher to search out. Special out Thrasher, Special out Vanisher. Getting GEPD. Starliege. Lord Galaxion, a rather old XZ in terms of supporting GEPD. Once per turn, detach 1 or 2 materials. Either way, the result is special summon 1 GEPD, but the thing is, it depends on the location. Detach 1 from the hand, and then detach 2 from the deck. Galaxion. Detach 2, get 1 from the deck, and pass. Oh, was there a supernatural effect when Galaxion was made off from Vanisher? Let's see. An XZ monster that was summoned using this gains the supernatural effect. Banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card. Ugh. Well, I guess we best not to battle out the Galaxion for one. Normal, the Madeline, getting the Pudding Sister. Pudding Sister, free special, no triggers. For the sake of Diamond Direwolf. Direwolf. Self and GEPD destroyed. Awakening Force, discard Angel Jelly, toss out Vera, bring back the Direwolf. Flourishing Hills, double discard. Grabbing Vernusylph, revive the Vera. Vera, take the Galaxion, becoming an Earth. Drill Driver returns. Vernusylph, getting Angel Jelly for Pudding Sister. Pudding Sister, specialing out Pudding Princess. And now that we have 5 Earth monsters, just in case Nibiru is a thing, Vera can outright negate it and destroy the Nib, and of course, the effect negation off from Vera does not activate. And obviously, 5 Earths lethal. And this next matchup with this hand, awkward enough about seeing putting Princess open-handed, but at the same time, we can definitely fix this. So first things first, Vernusylph Duck, discard the hotcakes, grabbing Flourishing Hills, revive the hotcakes, Flourishing Hills, discard putting Princess for Vernusylph Rabbit, revive Flourishing Hills, Vernusylph Rabbit, discard the hotcakes, bring back the Vernusylph Rabbit as I add back the Pudding Princess, and with this full-fledged field of Vernusylphs specifically, both the Rabbit and the Flower Girl cannot be targeted or destroyed within card effects. Hotcakes, target banish Vernusylph Duck for Pudding Sister for Pudding Princess, Teacher Souffle, Ala Mode, Hotcakes being shuffled back off from Ala Mode detached for Gelato, Gelato getting Chateau, Chateau boost, and 1 set. Oh, and by the way, before that Raigeki slammed down on me, was this gonna, oh no, what I should have done actually was that detach the Pudding Sister instead of the XZ, because apparently XZs do not count in terms of Ala Mode's side effect. Raigeki to start. Chain Blizzard and honorary counterpick spells of all counterpick spells. So if you guys aren't too familiar with Blizzard, what that card does is it's a hard once on the activation. Target 1 face-up spell your opponent controls, negate the activated effects of that spell this turn, and all spells on the field with that same original name. If the targeted card will be sent to the opponent's graveyard this turn, it is added to their hand instead. So Blizzard, negate the Raigeki. Raigeki, you're under Blizzard. Set, and 4 set. Funny enough, about how Ala Mode shuffle back the hotcakes, and it's like all of a sudden top deck hotcakes from out of nowhere. Crazy. So 2 monsters for Diamond Direwolf. Direwolf. Now, as you guys saw, Direwolf actually stayed because I do indeed have another beast monster being hotcakes. And by the way, why on earth, when they designed this card a long time ago, why is Hotcake a beast instead of a wing beast? That's crazy, to be honest. Also, what's the set? Ah, Gunkin Sue Ships. Well, technically, Gunkin is the real name of the archetype. So, it looks like Catch of the Day, I imagine. Yep, Catch of the Day, Ala Mode, and then Call By. call by on gelato, of course. Hot cakes. Target banish the copy for Pudding Sister. And then the Gunkin player scooped. And this next matchup with this hand, extra unplayable. Okay, so Dark Beckoning Beast for opening. And then opening. Getting the Chaos Summoning Beast. Ah, new U-Bell support. So, first things first on the U-Bell support. We all know what's up about regular U-Bell, the Terror Incarnate, and the Ultimate Nightmare. Self-explanatory on all three of those from back in the day. Now, when it comes to the new stuff of U-Bell, let's just go over the guides of the new U-Bell. Samsara D. Lotus. Level 1, no stats of a Dark Fiend. Also, why is it a Fiend type when it legit looks like a plant? And I totally understand about certain monsters being influenced by U-Bell, but I'm just not going to question the artwork and the types. Should be this special 1 U-Bell from the deck. U-Bell monster. So Lonefire Blossom of U-Bells, and then during your opponent's turn, when a monster effect triggers while you control a U-Bell monster as a quick effect, should be this, change the effect to destroy 1 U-Bell monster anywhere on the field. During your end phase, if you control U-Bell and this card is in your graveyard, you can either add this to your hand from your grave or special it out. Each effect once. Gruesome Grave Squirmer. Also, a level 1 Dark Fiend, no stats. If you control a Fiend, including the copy of Gruesome, free special from hand, then you can, optional, destroy 1 U-Bell or 1 monster that mentions it in your monster zone. And then you can banish this, special 1 Fiend with no attack defense from your hand or graveyard that isn't Gruesome Grave Squirmer. Each effect once. Geist Grinder Golem. Level 8. Dark Fiend and not a machine for some reason. 3000 flat, 300 defense. Hard once on the special summons. Reveal 1 U-Bell monster in your hand. Special this out from your hand to your opponent's field. Then you can special the revealed monster to your field. Once per turn during damage calc, if this card battles a U-Bell monster, your opponent gains 3000 life. If you special U-Bell while this card is in your graveyard outside of the damage step, special this card to your opponent's field. The Spirit of U-Bell. Level 10 Dark Fiend, no stats. Aside from the usual U-Bell shtick of can't be killed by battle and no battle damage, of course, upon being destroyed, special 1 of your U-Bell that is banished, hand, deck, or graveyard. And then each of the following effects once. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, special this card from your hand. Upon being special summoned, you can either add to your hand or set 1 spell trap that mentions U-Bell in it. The spells and traps. Starting with the 1 trap because there's only 1. Eternal Favorite. once per turn. Activate one of those, but you can only use each effect. You either special one of your U-Bell that is banished or in your graveyard. No one can activate cards or effects when that monster is special. If you control U-Bell, discard one card and send its face-up card to the graveyard. Perform a fusion summon from your extra deck that includes U-Bell as a material from either field. The spell lineup for U-Bell. Mature Chronicle. Each time a monster's, more than one, is special summon that is a U-Bell or a monster that mentions U-Bell in it, place one Chronicle counter on this. Remove Chronicle counters, depends on how many, to activate one of those. You either special summon one U-Bell from graveyard at the cost of one counter, so reborn a U-Bell. Two counters will let you add one of your banished cards, and it doesn't matter what banished card it is, which is insane. At the cost of three counters, banish one card from your deck. At the cost of four counters, destroy one card anywhere on the field does not target, which is insane. And for some reason, if you somehow get 5 counters, add one Super Poly from deck to hand. Nightmare Pain. During your main phase, destroying one dark monster in your hand and or face-up field. And if you do, add one U-Bell or one card that mentions it, spell trap included, that isn't Nightmare Pain from deck to hand, and hard once on the destruction and the search. While you control a U-Bell monster, your opponent's monsters that can attack must attack U-Bell monsters. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving any U-Bell monsters. So the last effect is literally built-in mechanicos. Nightmare Throne. Upon activation, take one Fiend monster with no stats from your deck and either add it to your hand or kill it. Once per turn, if a face-up U-Bell monsters, more than one, you control leaves the field by card effect, you can add to your hand one U-Bell monster from your deck, graveyard, or banishment whose original level is one higher or lower than one of those monsters. Then you can special it out, ignoring the summoning conditions. Hard once on the activation. Now, the two new and improved U-Bell fusions. Phantom of U-Bell. Level 9 Dark Fiend fusion, one U-Bell monster and one Fiend monster with no stats. Must be special from extra by contact fuse off from your hand, field, and or grave into the deck or extra deck. Can't be used as fusion material, so much for Super Poly. Same shtick as U-Bell. And then, when your opponent activates a monster effect as a quick effect, should be this, change the effect to your opponent destroys one U-Bell monster in their hand, deck, or field. Hard once on Phantom U-Bell. U-Bell, the Loving Defender Forever. One U-Bell and one or more effect monsters anywhere on the field to make this. Upon fusion Shogun, burn your opponent 500 for every material used. Solid, hard once on the burn and or fusion summon effect. Same U-Bell shtick, and then at the end of the damage step, if this card battled an opponent's monster, burn your opponent equal to that opponent's monster's attack, and if you do, banish that monster. And is that the new cards to cover? Yes, indeed it is. Let's get to it. Nightmare Pain. Kill off the Dark Beckoning Beast for Samsara D Lotus. Opening with a legal target. To reborn the U-Bell, Monster Reborn, the Dark Beckoning Beast, additional normal, the Samsara D Lotus, for Spirit of U-Bell. Spirit of U-Bell, setting Eternal Favorite. And keep in mind, this is the Xyz Cup. So if that's not the case about Eternal Favorite, that pretty much meant that the U-Bell can be reborn from either the grave or banished, and there's nothing I can do the moment that U-Bell gets summoned. Samsara D Lotus Special, U-Bell, Tribute, the Dark Beckoning Beast. Normal Angel Jelly, Chalice, the Samsara D Lotus. Tribute, Samsara D Lotus. You're under Forbidden Chalice. Special Pudding Sister for Pudding Princess. 2 Madolches for Tiramisu. Shuffle the set, Eternal Favorite. A la mode. And then a la mode, shuffle back the Pudding Sister. A la mode for Hotcakes. Target Tiramisu, banish for Messenger Gelato. Gelato getting, I believe the search was all from Gelato. Salon, that's what it was. And then set the promenade, activate the ticket. Also, I literally realized this, and keep in mind, this was the first time I played against the U-Bell support. So it made me think to myself, or I already know most of the comments would think, why didn't you shuffle the Nightmare Pain away, or the U-Bells? The U-Bells, the old U-Bell I'm aware about, and then the Nightmare Pain was something I didn't know about in terms of the last line of text, which is I end up taking so much damage. So to remind myself about the super old U-Bell, which I am familiar about, before damage calc, if this face-up attack position card is targeted for an attack, burn your opponent equal to that attacking monster's attack. Since my opponent has another U-Bell out, I can have the option to take myself the damage by going after the spirit instead of the regular U-Bell. Otherwise, I end up losing the game. Take damage, take damage, take damage. And pass. U-Bell attacks a la mode. On attack deck, promenade the pain so that I am no longer going to take damage this turn. Salon for Pudding Sister for Messenger Gelato. No damage due to promenade negating pain. Samsara D Lotus come back. U-Bell should be the same. Samsara. Salon. Extra normal Madeline, aka Madeline. Madeline searches herself. And now that I learned my lesson from the first turn, 2 Madolches into Tiramisu. Shuffle the U-Bells. Ticket and Salon. A la mode. A la mode for Angel Jelly. Salon set Promenade. Ticket for Madeline. And that's lethal. And this next matchup with this hand, definitely solid. Also, fat 60 for the opponent. Extravagance, doesn't care about the extra deck. And set 5. Normal summon Madolche, Needlebug Nest, and perm the Madolche, no search there. Paleozoics. So most cases, the good old Morella, Foolish Burial, any trap. Transaction rollback. The mills are from Needlebug Nest, Paleo Canadia, Book of Moon, and Perm Compulse, Wannabe. Level 2, Light Insect, no stats, hard once on Wannabe. During the end phase, send this from hand or field to the graveyard, excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of your opponent's unused spell and trap zones. And you can set one excavated trap, but send it to the grave during the next end phase, and place the rest on the bottom of the deck, any order. Limiter Overload? If it's sent to the graveyard, doesn't matter how it's sent to the graveyard, special one Speed Warrior from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And when it comes to Speed Warrior, once per turn, or not once per turn, once per battle phase, upon normal summon this turn, outside of the damage step, make its attack become double its original attack until the end of the battle phase. So original is 900, will be 18 if it's normal summon. Limiter for Speed Warrior, Pudding Sister, Trigger, Dynamiscus, and then Morella. Target the Pudding Sister off from Dynamiscus. Resolution is discard one to banish. Discarding the Eradicator. And by any chance... transaction rollback. Right. It copies the effect. No cost required. And off from Pudding Sister, Pudding Princess. Pudding Princess. On attacking the Morella, rollback, copy off Eradicator. So that means it's either spells or traps. And then Lean Coilia, target one banished card, put it back. Canadia comes back. Calling on spells off from Eradicator. Pudding Princess, target and kill off Speed Warrior. And then Madolche, attack Canadia, and the whole entire field is stripped away into nothing. Game stays simplified. And then, basically, opponent pretty much ran out of moves. And last but not least, with this hand, extremely solid. Take it to start off. Vernusylph Duck, discard Angel Jelly for Vernusylph Rabbit. Revive Angel Jelly. Angel Jelly tribute for Hotcakes. Vernusylph Rabbit, discard Gelato. bring back Angel Jelly, revive Gelato. Ticket is 1, Gelato to search. Grabbing Promenade. Ticket. I think it forced me to search because no Fairy Madolche in my possession on the field. Hot Cakes, target banish the Vernusylph Duck for another Gelato, which we can fix that to get the Salon. Normal Madolche, get herself. Salon. Normal another Madolche, getting herself once more. 2 monsters for Babushka and 2 set. Set 5. She beat the 2 for Lava Golem, apparently up against Burn. Lava Golem, take that 1,000. Hot Cakes, target banish Babushka for Pudding Sister. Pudding Sister for Pudding Princess. Just Desserts. Secret Blast. Ring of Destruction. So, if we ever do the math, 500 per monster of mine, so 25. 300 for each card they control. 9 times the 3, 27. 27, 25, 52, and then Ring of Destruction, Lava Golem. That's already OTK right there. Lucky for me, Promenade, negate the ring as I return to Madolche. And the OTK is no longer a thing. Ticket is 1, Salon is 2. Salon set, Promenade, and since I have a full field, forced to search Angel Jelly. 2 Madolches into Tiramisu. Tiramisu. Shuffle the 2 face downs. Stripped away the whole field. And then that's lethal for the chain burn. So guys, that's gonna do it for the Xyz Cup. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you haven't already, smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys in the Xyz Cup deck profile.